Howdy folks, I'm Aaron, welcome to Lowe's Joinery. Today's video I'm going to be showing you what this is all about. It's coming up. Okay then folks, so I just want to do a quick video. I've been getting quite a lot of messages of late about little bits in the workshop, little jigs and stuff like that. So I thought what I'd do is I'd put a little video together of my most used jig in the workshop. I do a lot of repetitive cuts with the Tracksaw. I don't have a table saw, so I want to be able to cut things the same, or I need to cut things the same width with the Tracksaw, and it's got to be quick as well. So I thought I'd show you this. This is my most used jig. It's nothing special, and to be honest, the best jigs are probably the simplest as well. So yeah, I'm going to flip the camera around and I'll show you what this is all about. Okay then, so what this is just simply a piece of oak, and that is screwed in this case to a piece of hardwood faced 9mm ply, and it's just screwed through the edge of the oak. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing special, and what it does is it pushes up tight against the edge of the MDF for this instance, and the edge of the oak pushes up tight, or your rail pushes up tight against the edge of the oak, and the oak is cut at whatever distance you want to make the repetitive cuts at. And as you can see, I've written on this one, this is 5-inch Tracksaw, which means this gives me a 5-inch cut from the edge of the MDF to the blade. So I've actually got a need for another one, which is a 4-inch cut. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll quickly knock a 4-inch one up, just so I can show you how it's made. But it's not rocket science, as you can see.
Maybe I never knew what I really wanted, but looking back I can see it's all clear. I'm still a kid trying to act like they all taught me, but nothing makes sense anymore. Maybe I could have seen it all coming, that I wouldn't grow wiser for each day. Am I the only one lost in translation, where nothing makes sense anymore?
Okay then folks, so that's it, nice and easy, pretty much how I like all the jigs in my workshop. Simple but effective, does the job, no room for error basically. I do use oak for the simple fact is, this is going to the extreme now, but the simple fact is the MDF will wear away on the edge that's being butted up against over time. So obviously the oak is just a longer term thing, but you know, if it's just for one job, just use a scrap of oak, scrap of MDF, and it'll be perfectly fine. Any of you eagle-eyed people will know that when I marked out for the 4-inch piece I made the cut a little bit bigger. Now I've done that for the thickness of the blade, to account for the thickness of the blade. So just account for that. If you do need something that is 100% precise, then just take that into account, and I wanted to show that in the video. For me, it doesn't have to be bang on, as long as they're all consistent, whether they're 3 7/8 or 4 inch, it don't make a difference. As long as they all run the same, then that does the job for me. So yeah, this is my most used jig in the workshop. I hope it's useful for anybody out there. I suppose you'd call it a parallel. Would you call it a parallel cutting jig? Don't know. I'm sure we'll find a name for it anyway. Also, if you did notice in the video, I used the Festool rail, which has permanently got the rail square on there. And as you've seen in the video, when I butted it up and I put the jig on the side to align it all up ready for the cut, this squares the rail up against the bottom of the board, and then your jig is giving you the distance, and theoretically all I have to do is just mark the bottom, but the conscious me always double checks top and bottom just to be 100% sure. It works really well with the rail square on. It doesn't have to be this particular one, there's a few on the market now, they all pretty much do the same, clamp onto the rail and cut it square. So yeah, look into that if you haven't already got one. I'm going to leave it at that one. I hope you found this one useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it amongst your friends or anybody you think might find it interesting. If you haven't already and you are new here, please do consider subscribing. It means the world to me. I do always look at this sub count, and it, when it goes up, it just gives you that instinct to get out there and start doing videos basically. So I'm going to leave it at that, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please stay safe in the current climate, stay safe in the workshop, and I will catch you on the next video. See you later.
Maybe I never knew what I really wanted. I'm looking back, I can see it's all clear. I'm still a kid trying to act like they all taught me, but nothing makes sense anymore.